And so we reach the final and the main award this evening. That is the overall caregiver of the year. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is just the beginning because the winner goes on to the National Convention in Dublin, and that's at the beginning of October the 8th. So, obviously, by its very nature, the job of caregiver, it requires very special individuals. These are people that do more than just a job, and the judges had a very specific criteria for this award. They were looking for an outstanding candidate who had evidence that, and there were 5 different sort of headings and things that they were looking for, that caring was as much their passion in life as it was their job. Evidence that, if necessary, they would go above and beyond the call of duty, because again, this is so much more than just a job that you can check out of at the end of the day or clock in or clock out at any time. They looked for the caregiver who had helped a client maintain independence and improve their quality of life at home, which again is all part of the service and so important. They wanted details of the caregiver training and how the training was used to actually help clients in the course of their job as well. And, you know, being a caregiver, particularly in 2011, it requires that you're organised and that you adhere to best practice at all time, as laid down by Homestead. Every time you leave this building or every time you go to visit somebody, you're a representative for this fantastic service. So it's of the utmost importance that you can fill in all the forms and deliver your timesheets on time and all those things that perhaps we would say, oh, well, that's not important. No, it's very important, and you need that balance in anybody that is working for an organisation like this. So it was a big ask, and to fulfill that list, you would think it might be hard to find even one winner, but in actual fact, it was very hard to distill it down to 3 by all accounts, and there were 3 finalists. And I know the judges, they had a really hard time deciding on the winner, as the Mayor said a little earlier, but I think now would be a good time to recognise all 3 of them, because as I said, they're all winners. And those finalists are Geraldine Grant, Rose Power, and Joanna, am I getting this right? Miss Young. Oh yeah. We do have certificates just for the 3 of you, so please come forward, and we'd like to take a picture of the 3 recipients with their certificates, because as we said, just to recognise that. And again, it is just recognition of a job well done. And all of the finalists, I have to say, I had the great privilege of being able to read some of the comments that their clients said about them. And it was just so uplifting and so lovely. And at a time when we often hear the horror stories, and we only ever hear the horror stories on the news about people in the industry, it's just lovely to read comments like, they really helped me, I love to see them coming, I look forward to them coming into the house, they have changed my life, breath of fresh air, bundle of joy, all those things. And as I said, it's just all good news in a time when we all, I think, really need it. So, just to keep you in suspense for a few more moments, one of the other ideas that normally with award ceremonies like this is that we have lovely bunches of flowers to give to the judges, and no doubt the Mayor will be in something special. You would take the flowers. He's going to a wedding tomorrow, there's loads of flowers there. But as this, I thought this was a smashing and tremendous idea, as this is a caring business, and to show that instead of an individual gift to each of you, it was decided to make a presentation to Mary Cummins for the hospice. Everybody was very sure, as was just evidenced there now in that initial reaction from our very caring Mayor, and indeed from Anne, that benevolence on your behalf is a good thing. So we'd like to ask Michael to come and present that cheque to Mary. So, and it is difficult, as Mary was saying, to get funds in this climate. So so every little helps, so I think that's a lovely idea. And as we all know, again, hospice, they do such great work. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you very much. Okay, so here we are, and we really do need a drum roll. Jonathan, I'll can you come up and do that? Make a sound effect, you're good at sound effects. I'd like to call the Mayor, His Worship Pat Hayes, and Pat, this is the all-important.
Do you know the way when it's at the Oscar Awards? I could make a big deal out of this. But can I just say again to the three ladies here, that really, the CVs belong to the three of you are absolutely exceptional. Any one of you possibly could be here. But the decision was made, Mary, with us, and we did agree, I think, that the person best suited on this occasion, maybe not next year, but this occasion. And again, I would repeat it really into it. There's no losers here tonight. No, the person that's called out is best to represent us. And I don't do this already. I could keep going for half an hour. And girls, it's not easy, is it? The winner of the Home Instead Senior Care Waterford CAREGiver of the Year Award for 2011 is Geraldine.
I think by that reaction, I think first of all to the judges, you've made a very wise choice. Even Geraldine's colleagues were delighted for her there, and also Geraldine, obviously you weren't expecting that at all. God bless you. And you know, again, isn't that just another lovely quality in a caregiver, and absolutely tremendous. Do you want to say a few words? Tell us about yourself.
I'm not normally speechless.
I'm
definitely delighted to accept this award, but everyone I worked with at Home Instead deserves the award.
One of the most dedicated members of the team here, and again, much loved by all her clients who've all said just such lovely, lovely, wonderful things about her. Really, really worthy recipient of this award, and as I said, she will go ahead now and represent Waterford Home Instead in Dublin on October the 8th. So we'll have to make sure her speech is ready for that. So that she can whip it out of her pocket. And again, as I said, thank you all very much for coming here this evening, because awards and recognition, they are so, so important, and you know, a lot of us, we don't get it often enough.
But she nearly has me crying. No.
You know, just literally kind of like you're just hold it up.
Okay.
Yeah, lovely. Just shove it out to the camera a little bit more, Geraldine, so I can read it. Yeah, push your hand out to me.
I'm sorry.
Hold it right out. Yeah, I don't want to. That's it, lovely. That's great.
We'll have to give her lessons in modelling now.
There, just go back to the side of the incline, and shove it right out there in the boards and right in here too. That's fantastic. Excellent. That's lovely and nice and tight top there. That's lovely. And again, in there now again. Beautiful, lovely. This way.
All in a day's work for Geraldine.
Great stuff.
Congratulations again. That when we say best of luck now on October the 8th, because of course for Michael and Annette as well, it will be a tremendous thing to have a member of the team from here win the overall award, so no pressure at all. finally, again, just to say thank you all very much for coming. Continued success to Homestead. You really are a tremendous asset to Waterford and to the community of senior citizens as well here. So thank you very much indeed for doing such a good job. Continued success, as I said. Thank you all. Please feel free to stay for a while as well. And in the meantime, good night and God bless. And thank you.